Thomas here with Much Props, going to give you another how-to video. If you were watching this on the release day, it is Christmas Day, and I thought what better thing to make than something Christmas related, and in Much Props fashion, of course, I've got to make something super creepy. So today we are going to make the duck toy from Nightmare Before Christmas, sponsored by cos-tools. Let's get to building. Let's get to building this evil toy for a good boy or girl. If you want to build one yourself, you can download the free template I provided in the description below and cut it out. I start by tracing my template onto my materials. The main body and the head of the duck are made of 6mm EVA foam and the other pieces are 10mm. Parts with an L indicate that it's the left side of the build. To get the right side, just flip the template face down and trace again. Most of the duck parts will be heat formed a little bit to give it better shape, as well as relieve the pull during glue up so the seals stay tight. Heat the parts up and bend them a little or push them onto something round. The only parts I didn't heat from the duck body were the teeth and the bottom piece. Assembly time. I apply a layer of contact cement to the foam edges and let it set up. I start by closing up the large V-shaped cutouts, these are called darts, and allow the foam to curve into shape. Using the registration marks, which look like little U's all along the edge, I match up the parts. Notice at the top of my screen, I have the template oriented how the parts align. I glue up one side at a time, then join them together next. To join the halves together, I take the bottom piece and work my way around it. The tricky part is closing up the top. I work slowly and try to keep the outside surface as flush with each other as I can, while at the same time making sure to keep my registration marks even. Make sure to apply pressure to ensure good bonding of the parts at the seam lines. The head works in the same manner as the other parts. I tried to simplify it into just 2 pieces. You could also substitute an oversized Christmas ornament or some other spherical shaped object instead of building it out of foam. I decided to go ahead and template it out just in case some people couldn't find things the appropriate size for the body. The bill is pretty simple. I glued on the teeth first to help me line up the space and make it easier than just trying to play dentist and stick my hand in his mouth. Depending on how you position your mouth on the head, you may need to add an angle to the side where it joins. For example, on my open mouth, my top portion had an outward 45-degree angle and my bottom portion had an inward 45-degree angle. My wings are out of some 10mm foam to make them stand out a little more, and I also got a little heat form curve in them as well. I cut this 1-inch PVC pipe to about 13.5 inches long, drilled holes in the foam, and then super glued it into place. To glue where the pipe comes out of the foam, just simply push down on the foam, lay down a line of super glue, then let the foam recoil and it'll go over that area, gluing the sides. I bet by now you're wondering where the cos-tools are going to come into play. I laid down some foam board to protect my blades and make them last longer. The straight cutter has a compartment in the back that stores new blades. It also has a magnet that helps you to hold the blades into place as you're switching them out, which is pretty handy. And to adjust the depth of your cut, you can just simply turn the knob on the bottom. I am making the wood base that the duck sits on. I mark out 14 inches at 2 points, line my channel rail up, and then run the straight cutter through. It keeps the blade at a 90-degree angle and gives me a nice cut every time. My base rectangle is a 14x9, so I cut 2 out and glue them together to make a super sturdy base for my ducky. For the wheels, I pull out my circle cutter by cos-tools. If you struggle like I do with making nice, even circles, get one of these things. They'll save you a lot of time and headaches and sanding trying to make it look nice and even. I set the guide at the bottom to 3.5 inches, then crank it down on the lever until I pierce through to the foam board. I cut out a total of 8, that's 2 circles per wheel to make them 20 millimeters thick like the board. To add some wood grain detailing to my cart, I put on my respirator and add a stone bit to my rotary tool. I angle the bit at a 45 degree to then bore out deep trenches where the faux planks are drawn on. Then I come back with a lighter pass and freehand on some wood grain texture between those lines. For the spokes of the wheel, I punched out some small holes using my hole drill from cos-tools. I used the biggest punch and then super glued them to the center of my wheel on the outside. Then I forced a small piece of pipe cut at 10 inches long into the inside and glued one wheel on. I'll glue the other one on when I finish the paint job. Now I'm making the bracket that holds the axle to the wheels. I start with a 1-inch piece of PVC pipe again and sand flat one side. That will help it to lay down flat on the foam of my faux plank. Then I cut them into 1-inch sections, cut some 6mm pieces of foam to go on each side of them, and glue them on the underside. I heat seal the foam and put down 2 coats of Plasti Dip. Then I cover the duck with a little orange and a lot of yellow spray paint. I wasn't quite happy with the color and coverage, and it dropped down to a little too cold to be spray painting outside, so I decided to just cover it all in Plaid Effects acrylic paint. It doesn't really need to be flexible, but the colors that I have here, they cover really well, and I can get a good coat in 2 or 3 coats. Once the yellow dried, I painted on all the details and dirtied him up a little more than the movie version because that's what I do on my channel. The planks that the Vampire Brothers used in the movie were more of a gray tone than the normal wood grain I do, so I went with it like it was lumber laying out in the sun or something for too long. I start with the darkest gray and drag it across all the texture I put on earlier with a cheap chip brush. Then as it dries, I mixed a little more white to my paint and worked my way up lighter and lighter with the passes, dry brushing on the paint. Now that all the paint is dry, I can do my final assembly. I slide my wheels into the brackets on the bottom and glue them into place. Super glue my duck to the top of the platform, then I need to make the eyelets for the rope. I thought I had one already that I could have just used, but I couldn't find it, so I took this fencing wire, looped it around a paint top, and then twisted it shut, then super glued that assembly down to the plank and tied my red yarn to the loop to finish it off. And we are finished. Here is the end result. I think it turned out pretty good, and with the free template that I have down in the description, it's a fairly simple build. The hardest part really was just pulling together his head's seam lines. Other than that, the base was fairly simple. I do like that it still moves, so it is a functional tool that can be pulled on the ground like them old school toys. I didn't make any of the parts movable. I didn't really have time to figure out the inner mechanics of doing something like that. But it's pretty simple. You can put it together in a day or two, and it's something that you could be proud of because it's straight from a movie that isn't a real movie. I mean, it's claymation, so... To all of you who have tuned in today, Merry Christmas to you, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is you celebrate. If anything, we could at least celebrate that 2020 is soon to be over. For those of you who are tuning in after, thanks for the support, thanks for your comments, thanks for the motivation to keep pushing myself to build more things, to put things out there for you guys, to hopefully spark creativity in your lives and take your mind off of some of the crazy that's going on around you. Thank you to cos-tools for sponsoring this video and a few of the other videos this year. It's really helped my channel out, and their tools are amazing. Please try them out. Links to their stuff is in my affiliates page in the description as always. That's it. That's it. Hopefully you'll try making one of these ducks yourselves and impress your friends with your ability to pull something out of a claymation video movie and bring it into the real world and it still be just as creepy or maybe creepier. Yeah. Maybe you'll get some...
Yay!
And inevitably, they're going to ask you, how'd you make that? You can give them one of these. Tell them, much props. Thank you, wife, for buying me all those cool presents that I'm going to get to make videos with later. Peace Peace out.